Today I'm going to show you how to create a macro for the overdue reminder with red highlight and message box. So what I got here is the area of responsibility of a department manager. These tasks like conduct site inspection, conduct risk assessment, issue permit to work, complete SOP formulation, conduct quality audit, convene meeting, conduct job evaluation and performance appraisal. These are just few of the responsibilities of a department manager. And then in order for him to be effective and efficient in doing this area of responsibility, he has to put a schedule for this, a due date for performing each of these tasks. So in order for him to be able to monitor whether the schedule is already overdue or the schedule is still upcoming, we are gonna create a macro for this for the monitoring purposes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a macro and we're gonna make the macro that the macro will highlight the overdue responsibilities, and then at the same time we're also gonna display a message box for the responsibility that is overdue already. So in order for us to be able to help this department managers help him out, we're gonna create the macro for this, and I'm gonna access the VB editor for this, and I'm gonna press Alt plus F11, and then I'm gonna insert the module 1. I'm gonna close this windows, the sidebar, in order for me to be able to have a wider screen, and then I'm gonna write the macro. I'm gonna name my macro check overdue reminders. So check overdue reminders. So that this would be my macro name, and then I'm gonna declare my variable. The first one is dim ws as worksheet. Then I'm gonna set this worksheet. So I'm gonna set equal sign ws first. Set ws equal sign this workbook dot sheets. Then I'm gonna specify my existing worksheet, which is sheet number 1. So I'm gonna put this inside the parenthesis. So sheet 1. Okay, I'm gonna put a quotation mark also for this. Then I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna close this, and then I'm gonna declare another variable today. Dim today. Today is very important as date. Today is very important because this would be the basis in determining whether our task is behind schedule or still upcoming. So that would be the basis today. So I'm gonna say today is equal to date. Then I'm gonna declare another variable dim I is our variable as long. Then another one, last row as long. Okay, and then last row is equal to ws dot cells open parenthesis ws dot rows dot count. Okay, and comma column B quotation mark, then close, then dot in. Okay, then Excel up. Select up that row. Okay, then I'm gonna loop through the variable I for I is equals to 2 to last row. Alright, then next I'm gonna write the conditional statement. If is date, okay, if is date, and ws dot cells, okay, open parenthesis, then variable I, then column 2, then close it, then dot value, okay, then enter. Then another conditional statement. If ws dot cells, okay, then variable I comma column 2, then I'm gonna close it, then dot value, and then okay, we're gonna find out whether it's overdue or not based from today. Okay, so I'm gonna say less than today. Okay, if the sales is less than today, then enter. Then we're gonna write the message box. Okay, we're gonna write the message box. So message box. So what's inside our message box? Okay, task. We're gonna write task. Then single quotation mark or inverted comma, like that. And then okay, double quotation mark, then ampersand, then ws dot cells, okay, then I'm gonna put in the open parenthesis variable I comma, then 1, and then dot value, ampersand, quotation mark, then single quotation mark, and then I'm gonna, the thing that I'm gonna write in the inside the message box is I'm gonna write here. So is overdue, and then exclamation mark, and then quotation mark, then comma, then VB. I'm gonna put exclamation so that a warning sign there will be included in the inside the message box. Exclamation, okay, something like that, and then enter. Then I'm gonna indent with ws dot cells, then variable I comma 2, then close. On this 2 is the column number 2, then dot interior, because we're gonna be highlighting the column 2, which is the due date. Okay, enter. Then dot color, okay, equals RGB. Remember the RGB? This is the code for the color, red, green, and blue. So I'm gonna put the code for the bright red. This would be the bright red, 0, 0, then close, then enter. Okay, now I'm gonna end with, alright, so I'm gonna end with, okay, then enter. Then NF So where's the F? This one, NF. Okay, another NF, because there are two conditional statement. All right, we got the if here, so that's why we have NF here. We got if statement here, that's why we get NF here. That's pretty much aligned. And then okay, also we got the for I equals to last row, this would be next I. So this would be next I. Right? Simple as that. Okay? Then that's it. We have done our part in creating the macro for the manager to be able to monitor the due date for each task that he has to perform. So we're going back to Excel. Now I'm gonna access, or I'm gonna open the macro dialog box, Alt plus F8. Okay, here it is, our dialog box. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it. Okay, so in the message box it says, see, this is the warning sign that I told you about when I wrote the VB exclamation. So task, okay, conduct site inspection is overdue. Okay, so here the first row is conduct site inspection is overdue. Why? Because today is 22nd of August. Today's date is 22nd of August, and it was scheduled in 18 August 2025. Therefore, the task is overdue. So conduct site inspection is overdue. Click OK, and then the red highlight will come out. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is conduct risk assessment is also overdue. Conduct risk assessment is overdue. So the second row is conduct risk assessment, and it was scheduled 19 August. So today is 22nd of August. So also overdue. So let's click OK, and the red light also appears, red highlight. So the next row is supposed to issue permit to work on the 28th of August. So the issue permit to work is overdue, 28th of August. Today is, as I've said, 22nd of August. So click OK, and it will be highlighted. And the next one is complete SOP formulation, supposed to be done on 21st of August. That's why it's overdue. So complete SOP formulation is overdue. Click OK, and then it will be highlighted with red. And then let's see about this. Do you think this we're gonna receive a message box for this conduct quality audit? It is supposed to be done today, 22nd, because today is 22nd. Let's find out. Nothing. So nothing. It's supposed to be automatic, right? Okay, let's do it again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the fill color. Okay, so let's do it again. Alt F8. You can actually assign a shortcut key by clicking these options here, and then you put a shortcut key. You could say Control plus A, Control plus B, Control plus C, any letters that you want to add. Then you could. I don't want to do it now. I just want to run it right away. So let's do it again. Run. Okay, message box is coming. When I click OK, then it will be highlighted again. Another message be highlighted. Another message be highlighted. Another message be highlighted. And the message stops appearing. Why? Because today is 22nd. Okay. Okay, you can do it. As long as you have in terms of your task list, or AOR, area of responsibility, then you'll be able to find out whether you have an overdue task. In this case, we got 4 overdue tasks. So this would remind the department manager to perform this already because it's already overdue. Okay, you don't want to be an inefficient manager. You want to be a proactive type of department manager, so you don't want this to happen. So this is a very good tool that the manager could use in order for him to be effective in his work or efficient in his work. And these are just a few of his competency or area of responsibility. So this is very useful for, especially for beginners, no, new managers who are very looking for a tool that he could use to perform his duties and responsibilities. Okay, that's it for today's exercise, and thank you for watching. See you in the next one.